Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be taking a look here at FUELCELL Energy stock. Now this is one that I've been trading very heavily here on the channel over the last week and a half, and if you saw my last video on FUELCELL, I explained why it was an absolutely great time to pick up some longer term shares on this company, guys, and especially if you're bullish on FUELCELL within about a year or 2 years time, that was going to be a really spectacular time to pick up some longer term shares, and that was around $10 a share the last time I told you guys to consider this stock FUELCELL, but now we're sitting at around $20 a share and looking like we could possibly break down coming into next week, guys. So I want to show you exactly what prices I'm watching, what exactly technical analysis I see happening here on FUELCELL over the next few days to weeks, and especially why I sold some of my shares here at the top near $24, and when I'm looking to pick up the rest of my position back, because I'm still very bullish on this company in the long term, and my original target was between $20 and $30 for this company. So the fact that we are at the lower range of that price valuation that I had originally set on FUELCELL still makes me bullish on what the company can offer in the next year to come. And so I'm still going to be looking for an opportunity to buy in at a lower share price, now considering that I sold out a lot of my shares at around $24 flat. So if you guys have been watching the market here with FUELCELL, you'll notice that we've been hitting very strongly here and having a support at around $21 flat. Now over the last few days, this support has been holding strong as FUELCELL tries to make new highs, but as you can see, we haven't been able to push up past this $24 price, and ultimately this is where the boat is going to stop here on FUELCELL stock, at least in the short term, guys. So that's why I took my profit. Now, as you may know, I had around 150 shares here on FUELCELL stock coming from around that $10 a share range, guys. And what I did was I only left around 30 to 40 shares in my portfolio with FUELCELL. That way, if this stock does pull back from the $24 level, I don't take that much of a loss, and I can still be with my feet in the sand here. I could still have some skin in the game with this position FUELCELL in case that they did rip from 25 and then went to 30 or even 40 on something ridiculous, guys. So that's always why you want to have some skin in the game, why you want to keep part of your position in, even if you have a suspicion that a stock could be selling off into the next week. And that's exactly what I did with FUELCELL. I trimmed some of my position, and I'm looking to pick up shares coming into this week, guys, and especially coming into next week if we can get into more of a bearish context here on the stock market. Now, bearish means that I think the stock is going to go down, guys, and if you've been watching the stock market over the last few days, you'll know that there's been a lot of events and a lot of uncertainty here causing the market to really slip down a lot, and FUELCELL is one of those names that has really been holding up. But as you guys can see here, they are now looking to break below that $21 support level, and if they cannot come below or come above that support level within the next hour, then that will officially be my sign that FUELCELL is selling off and that they are in a more bearish context, at least here in the short run. And one of the main things giving me that sign, guys, is going to be the break of the 50 EMA. Now, I've told you guys in the past that this dark blue line, the 50 exponential moving average, is going to be a great sign of shorter term price action. And as you can see, FUELCELL has broken below that line. So if they can't stay above the line and above $21 a share, then that will ultimately be a very bearish sign, guys. And I will be looking to pick up more shares, like I said, later on this week when the price does drop back to the next support level, which I see happening around $18.30. So if you guys are considering buying FUELCELL for the future, if you have 0 shares right now and wondering when you should start building your longer term position here, guys, I would really recommend to wait and see if the stock can drop to 18. Now, the ultimate strongest resistance that I see on the stock, or strongest support, coming over the next few months of time, so the longer term support here, the minimum price that I'm seeing right now for FUELCELL stock is around the $16 mark. Now, as you can see, earlier this week, we were testing around the $16 price, and I picked up a lot of shares at that $16 mark when I did see them setting up a double bottom here at around this price, guys. And I did notify that in the free Discord, which is going to be linked in the description down below. So if you haven't checked that out, guys, make sure you join the community we have built there, guys. And it's absolutely free, so there's really no reason not to check it out. But coming back to FUELCELL, like I said, I will be looking to pick up the majority of my shares again back at $18 flat. I think that this will be the great opportunity to potentially buy into the future of FUELCELL again. And if they cannot hold above $21, then ultimately that will be the plan, guys. If they do hold above 21, then I will be looking for a good entry point later on into this week, guys. And if we can see any sort of selling, that will ultimately be the best option here for FUELCELL. So I know a lot of you guys just like it when stocks go up and up and up, but stocks do have to pull back. And when they pull back and it is a small amount, like what we've seen with FUELCELL, guys, that means there is a lot more potential to run. And I like what I'm seeing here on FUELCELL long term, but we do have to acknowledge that in the short term, it looks like FUELCELL could be pulling back to their 200 EMA, which ultimately will show us whether they want to stay in a growing direction or if they're looking to maybe hold and sell for a while longer. So with FUELCELL stock, like I'm telling you guys, $18 is going to be that price that basically tells us whether or not FUELCELL is going to be a buy for the long term here, or if they're going to see some more significant selling back to 16. And like I said here about $21, guys, it really is no coincidence that the $21 mark is crossing at the same point where the 50 EMA is, because that's going to show us that in the short term, this stock is selling off. And it's really no coincidence that 1825, or the second resistance point, is going to be lining up here with the 200 EMA, because as you may know, the 200 EMA shows us the longer term direction of a stock and whether a stock is growing or being shorted here in the long term, guys. So that's going to be very important to have on your chart to just get a quick glance and a quick reminder of whether a stock is in an upwards or downwards direction, guys. Now, you're going to be a lot more likely to be successful with a trade if you are trading in the direction of the trend, and especially in the direction of the longer term trend and with the 200 EMA. So I definitely recommend you to put that on your chart and check that out. Now, if you guys want to follow alongside what I do here step by step, make sure you guys check out TradingView.com. That's going to be linked in the description down below for absolutely free, guys. And it's going to be a great resource if you want to try to do the same technical analysis that I'm showing you how to do here on a daily basis on the channel. So guys, make sure you check that out and take advantage with the links in the description down below. As always, thank you so much for the support. Thank you so much for watching, guys. We recently hit over 2,200 subscribers. So that is absolutely insane. And I hope that we can continue growing here in the year to come. I know that 2021 is going to be a banger for us, and we started off the year right with this FUELCELL play, over 100% profits here in a very short amount of time, guys. So if you want to continue receiving bangers like this on a daily basis, more updates on what's happening in the stock market, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel here, guys. And as always, I hope all your plays are in the green.